News tonight, out of the shadows, joy after a big vote in the U.S. Senate on immigration, opening the door to citizenship for millions of people. But is America now ready to take the final step? Red hot waves of suffocating heat across the nation, while our thermometer registers a playground hitting higher than 100 and vanished. Americans on a giant boat like a ghost ship. Clues to a frightening mystery on the high seas.
From ABC News, World Headquarters, this is ABC World News with Diane Sawyer.
Good evening. As we begin tonight, one door has opened for millions of people right here in America who want to become U.S. citizens. The United States Senate voted to give 11 million undocumented immigrants a chance to realize their dream of citizenship. But this is still a lightning rod issue, and the Senate is just the first step. So what happens next? The pressure is on, and ABC's White House correspondent Jim Avila, who covers immigration, was there for the breakthrough vote.
The Senate hallways jammed, an electric atmosphere as immigration reform supporters, some still here illegally, jostled for the limited seating inside the hushed chamber, where all 100 U.S. senators were asked
Mr. Cardin.
To stand and vote one by one.
Mr. Shelby.
For or against immigration reform. The vice president announcing overwhelming passage.
The bill as amended is passed.
It's a process Oscar, who walked across America's southern frontier without papers, his daughter on his shoulders, longed to be a part of. Watching today, still undocumented, as his pathway to citizenship was approved by the U.S. Senate in the country he longs to call his own.
It's really important for us so that we are able to get out of the shadows.
There are more than 11 million undocumented immigrants like Oscar in the United States who under this bill would come out of the shadows, granted immediate legal status, able to work and pay taxes, but earning citizenship only after 13 years of good behavior. Pulitzer Prize-winning, but still undocumented journalist and filmmaker Jose Antonio Vargas says he is one day closer to the American dream.
When people ask me what is the immigration reform debate really about, well, it's about having a driver's license, it's about having a work permit, and it's about having a U.S. passport.
And inside the Senate chambers, the atmosphere was thick with history as supporters chanted, "Yes, we can." Now the question, Diane, is will that euphoric momentum continue to the GOP-controlled House, where passage is much less certain? Diane?
Yes, a tough road ahead. Thank you, Jim Avila. And next, we will take you inside the fireworks in a Florida courtroom today, where George Zimmerman is on trial for the murder of Trayvon Martin. The star witness for the prosecution was back on the stand, the young woman who spoke to Trayvon Martin in his final moments. And as you're about to see, the defense grilled her, pointing out she has trouble reading. Will this strategy work with the jurors? ABC's Matt Gutman was there.
George Zimmerman's lawyer spent the better part of 2 days hacking away at the prosecution's key witness.
Didn't that make you even more worried?
I called back again, sir.
Rachel Gentel was on the phone with 17-year-old Trayvon Martin just seconds before neighborhood watchman George Zimmerman shot him in February 2012. She testified that Zimmerman followed Martin, then confronted him. But hundreds of questions from the defense challenging her account of the pivotal moment of confrontation.
It could have been, for all you know, Trayvon Martin smashing George Zimmerman in the face is what you actually heard.
What?
Yeah, just earlier today.
No.
She certainly has given the defense ammunition to argue that her testimony shouldn't be considered by the jury.
Throughout, Gentel squirmed in her seat and sometimes seemed combative.
You got it.
Zimmerman's defense not only attacking her reliability, but also exposing her inability to read this letter.
Can you read any of the words on it?
I don't understand. Curses. I don't read curses.
It was a heartbreaking moment, Diane, but throughout the day she stuck to her core testimony that it was Zimmerman who spotted, then followed Martin, and Martin was afraid of him. Diane.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. Matt Gutman in the courtroom again today. And now we turn to Boston and a revelation tonight about the suspect in the Boston Marathon bombing. Tonight, Dzhokhar Tsarnaev has just been formally charged with 30 counts, including murder using a weapon of mass destruction. He faces the death penalty. And ABC senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas now tells us what we have learned that was new today.
As Johar Zainaev lay bleeding and near death in a boat just before his capture, authorities released for the first time what they believe amounts to a confession. His alleged motive, anger that the U.S. is killing Muslims abroad. Stop killing our innocent people, and we will stop. The indictment lays out that the Boston Marathon attack was developed online, including the bomb's design.
And it says police were in hand-to-hand combat with older brother Tamerlan during his final fatal confrontation.
Johar allegedly tried to escape in a stolen car.
Dzhokhar Tsarnaev drove over his brother Tamerlan, seriously injuring him and contributing to his death.
The only question authorities say is whether Johar is going to get life in prison or death.
Tamerlan Tsarnaev's justice will be in the next world, but for his brother, accountability will begin right here in the District of Massachusetts.
Pierre Thomas, ABC News, Washington.
And now a kind of all-points bulletin for millions of American families about feeling the heat, the dangerous heat, moving in across the west and southwest in this country. Did you know that heat kills more Americans than all other natural disasters combined? Temperatures climbing so high that sidewalks, playgrounds, even the hood of your car can be a hazard. Here's ABC's Clayton Sandell.
The West is sweating out a summer strike of record-melting heat. Over the next few days, temperatures will soar to 118 degrees in Las Vegas, 102 in Salt Lake City, and Death Valley may hit 129. In Southern California, authorities are opening emergency cooling centers.
I don't have an air conditioner at home, but here it's nice and cool.
Meteorologist Dallas Raines is with our partner station, KATU-TV.
We could see temperatures at least very close to the hottest temperatures ever recorded on Earth.
In Las Vegas, the asphalt could reach 200 degrees. Little leaguers are braving the mercury to play ball.
Every 5 minutes, they tell us to go get some water so we don't get overheated.
In Denver, the heat is making for piping hot playgrounds. The air here in Denver is pushing 100 degrees, but measure the surface of this swing, 162 degrees.
You want to be really careful. You certainly don't want to go out there barefoot, and you certainly don't want to keep a good eye on your children and make sure that they're not putting their little palms down on the ground.
Today in downtown LA, the fountains were never more popular. And summer is just getting started. Clayton Sandell, ABC News, Denver.
168 degrees. And now we turn to a hot showdown in Texas between a firebrand woman in tennis shoes and the Texas governor. We told you about that Texas mom, Wendy Davis, who became a folk hero to her supporters after talking for 11 hours to block conservatives from changing current law in Texas and closing nearly every abortion clinic there. Well, today, enter Texas Governor Rick Perry, creating a kind of high noon between the two of them. ABC's David Curley on round two.
Tonight, it's a true Texas showdown. The state senator in pink tennis shoes versus the governor.
But what we witnessed Tuesday was nothing more than the hijacking of the democratic process.
This,
members, I'm rising on the floor today,
is what angered Rick Perry. Wendy Davis's 11-hour filibuster, no food or water, to stop a bill that would make abortion nearly impossible in Texas. It worked, and Davis's shoes, which she wore to endure standing all that time, are now a trending search term. Today, Perry made it personal.
She was a teenage mother herself. It's just unfortunate that she hasn't learned from her own example.
The senator, a Harvard lawyer who got that standing ovation, was having none of it.
I thought it demeaned the office that he holds.
So Monday, just a couple of hours past high noon, Perry has told Texas lawmakers to be back at the Capitol for the showdown on abortion and the senator in pink tennis shoes. David Curley, ABC News, Washington.
And now we head to South Africa tonight. Word about global icon, freedom fighter Nelson Mandela. Crowds gathered outside the hospital. creating a makeshift shrine in the spirit of celebration for the life of the 94-year-old in critical condition. Today, President Obama called Mandela a personal hero, saying when he was 19 and a college student and made his first real speech, it was a protest against apartheid oppression in South Africa. The president said Mandela, quote, gave him a sense of what is possible in the world. And Michelle Obama said Mandela's life is a lesson to us all.
If President Mandela could hold tight to his vision for his country's future during the 27 years he spent in prison, then surely you all can hold tight to your hopes for your own future.
And the Obamas, you may know, are traveling in Africa tonight, and today they visited the haunting monuments of the slave trade. ABC's Chief White House Correspondent Jonathan Carl.
The legacy of Nelson Mandela loomed large as President Obama made a pilgrimage to Senegal's Gorée Island, where he and his family toured the infamous slave house. The president peered out from the door of no return, a place that has come to symbolize the horrific journey of millions of Africans shipped off from this coastline and into slavery.
It's a very powerful moment to be able to come here and to get a sense in a very intimate way of the incredible inhumanity and hardship that people faced.
Mandela himself made this pilgrimage more than 20 years ago.
When Mandela came here, just a year after he himself had been freed from prison, he insisted on coming into here, one of the small cells that was used to punish slaves accused of misbehaving. He spent some time in here alone. When he emerged, he had tears in his eyes.
The depth of feeling here today also mixed with joy.
When he come here, everybody are happy.
Locals told us they have been eagerly awaiting the first African-American president.
Why do you want Obama to come?
Because he's black. Yes, we are proud for him to be the president of the United States. 52 countries.
These women, like so many others here, consider Obama, in a sense, their president as well. Jonathan Carl, ABC News, Gorée Island, Senegal.
And another note in the news, while the president was in Africa this morning, he addressed the case of Edward Snowden, the man who leaked so many of the nation's top secrets. Snowden, of course, seeking political asylum, a fugitive of the U.S. government. But today, the president said he will not get personally involved or do any wheeling and dealing to retrieve Snowden, saying, quote, I'm not going to be scrambling jets to get a 29-year-old hacker. And still ahead right here on World News, seasoned American sailors on this ship, big waves, and suddenly vanishing. Join the search party next. And later you will see daughters with their fathers shedding tears and dancing. The lesson for some little girls tonight.
ABC World News with Diane Sawyer, brought to you by Johnson & Johnson.
Love. It's the most powerful thing on the planet. Love holds us in the beginning, comforts us as we grow old. Love is the reason you care for all the things in your life that make life worth living.
When you get heartburn, it's too late for Prilosec. It takes at least 24 hours for full effect, but it's never too late for Zantac. Its fast-release acid blockers relieve heartburn in as little as 30 minutes. No pill works faster. When heartburn strikes, try Zantac.
After my accident, I had serious pain, so I used Salonpas. It's the strongest labeled pain reliever available without a prescription. Salonpas is serious relief against mild to tougher, moderate pain for up to 12 full hours.
Salonpas.
Hey, Linda. What are you guys doing? Having some fiber with new Phillips Fiber Good Gummies. They're fruity delicious.
Just 2 gummies have 4 grams of fiber.
To help support regularity. Ooh, I want some. Hop on over. Fiber the fun way. From Phillips.
Hi, I'm Terry, and I have diabetic nerve pain. I worked at a patrol unit for 17 years in the city of Baltimore. When I first started experiencing the pain, it's hard to describe because you have a numbness, but yet you have the pain like thousands of needles sticking in your foot. It was progressively getting worse, and at that point I knew I had to do something. When I went back to my healthcare professional, that's when she suggested the Lyrica. Once I started taking the Lyrica, the pain started subsiding.
It's known that diabetes damages nerves. Lyrica is FDA approved to treat diabetic nerve pain. Lyrica is not for everyone. It may cause serious allergic reactions or suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these. New or worsening depression or unusual changes in mood or behavior, or swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, changes in eyesight including blurry vision, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or skin sores from diabetes. Common side effects are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who have had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica. Ask your doctor about Lyrica today. It's specific treatment for diabetic nerve pain. To hear more of Terry's story, visit Lyrica.com.
And now, vanished. Tonight, authorities searching for answers to a mystery at sea. A crew of 7, 6 of them American, sailing on a big yacht from New Zealand to Australia. They are missing, and ABC's Dan Harris now has the giant waves and the total silence.
Good morning, America. This is David Dyke on the schooner Nina.
This is the captain of the Nina, an 85-year-old wooden schooner during happier times, a transatlantic crossing in the 1990s. Tonight, though, David Dyke is lost at sea with his wife, their teenage son, and a crew of 4 other people. The last time anybody spoke to them was on June 3rd as they traveled from northern New Zealand to Australia. A 73-year-old crew member named Evie used a satellite phone to call a meteorologist in New Zealand and said, quote, "The weather's turned nasty. How do we get away from it?" The meteorologist advised her to head south and brace for the storm. The next day, he got a text reading, "Any update for Nina? Evie." And that was the final communication. We know the conditions at that moment were terrible. 68-mile-an-hour winds, 26-foot waves. But David Dyke has navigated rough seas before.
Things deteriorated even further to a point that we weren't able to handle the vessel. It was so windy.
He's been a ship captain all his life. I have hope, you know. I mean, as I said, hope is our lifeline.
Officials in New Zealand say it is possible the crew simply lost communication and drifted off course, or that they're now on lifeboats. But Air Force search planes have scoured the seas, and so far, nothing. Dan Harris, ABC News, New York.
And next, coming up here, some good news and bad news today for Paula Deen. And the stars of The Sopranos say farewell to James Gandolfini. Our Instant Index next.
She knows you like no one else, and you wouldn't have it any other way. But your erectile dysfunction? You know, that could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or if you have any allergic reactions such as rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a 30-tablet free trial.
If you're looking for help relieving heartburn caused by acid reflux disease, relief is at hand. For many, Nexium provides 24-hour heartburn relief and may be available for just $18 a month. There is risk of bone fracture and low magnesium levels. Side effects may include headache, abdominal pain, and diarrhea. If you have persistent diarrhea, contact your doctor right away. Other serious stomach conditions may exist. Don't take Nexium if you take clopidogrel. Relief is at hand for just $18 a month. Talk to your doctor about Nexium.
Arms were made for hugging. Hands for holding. Feet, kicking. Better things than the joint pain and swelling of moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis. If you're trying to manage your RA, now may be the time to ask about Xeljanz. Xeljanz tofacitinib is a small pill for adults with moderate to severe RA for whom methotrexate did not work well. Xeljanz is an RA medicine that can enter cells and disrupt JAK pathways.
thought to play a role in the inflammation that comes with RA. Xeljanz can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers have happened in patients taking Xeljanz. Don't start taking Xeljanz if you have any kind of infection unless okay with your doctor. Tears in the stomach or intestines, low blood cell counts, and higher liver tests and cholesterol levels have happened. Your doctor should perform blood tests, including certain liver tests, before you start and while you are taking Xeljanz. Tell your doctor if you have been to a region where certain fungal infections are common, and if you have had TB, hepatitis B or C, or are prone to infections. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take, and if you are pregnant or plan to be. Taken twice daily, Xeljanz can reduce the joint pain and swelling of moderate to severe RA, even without methotrexate. Ask if Xeljanz is right for you.
At the top of our Instant Index tonight, Paula Deen on a day of mixed news for the celebrity chef. Today, more sponsors cut ties with her. Target and the diabetes drug maker Novo Nordisk. They suspended her in the wake of that firestorm over the use of a racial slur. But there was a silver lining. News Today, her forthcoming cookbook has now surged to the very top of Amazon's bestseller list, rocketing from number 1,500 all the way to number 1 and beating out bestsellers from Stephen King, even Game of Thrones. And call it Extreme Makeover Royal Edition. Prince William and Kate Middleton have been renovating their Kensington Palace home for the baby next month. And today, palace officials confirmed the price tag, $1.52 million. It seems they have to remove asbestos, rewire the outlets, and replace the hot water heater. Who knew the palace was just a pricey fixer-upper? And a soulful family reunion today at the funeral of Sopranos star James Gandolfini, the actor's wife and son, joined by his on-screen family. Edie Falco was there. She played the long-suffering wife, Carmela. Jamie Lynn Sigler, Tony's daughter, Meadow. Lorraine Bracco and Michael Imperioli, his therapist and nephew, and so many of those tough guys from the Sopranos mob. And David Chase, who created the series, eulogized his leading man, saying, "Your talent is you can take in the immensity of humankind and the universe and shine it back out to the rest of us like a huge, great light." And next, coming up right here, a daddy-daughter dance like you've never seen before. True love and joy in a most unexpected place.
I'm part of an American success story that starts with one of the world's most advanced distribution systems and one of the most efficient trucking networks with safe, experienced drivers. We work directly with manufacturers, eliminating costly markups, and buy directly from local farmers in every region of the country.
When you see our low prices, remember the wheels turning behind the scenes, delivering for millions of Americans every day.
Dedication. That's the real Walmart.
Americans are asking, just what will our energy future look like? Well, it could look very bright. New technologies are safely unlocking vast domestic supplies of oil and natural gas, like energy from shale. And with smart policies, we can create even more great jobs and could generate billions to fund schools, roads, and other services. So what does all that look like? A secure energy future for generations to come. Shh, log on to learn more.
My name is Mike, and I quit smoking. Chantix, it's a non-nicotine pill. I didn't want nicotine to give up nicotine.
Along with support, Chantix Varenicline is proven to help people quit smoking.
When I was taking the Chantix, it reduced the urge to smoke.
Some people had changes in behavior, thinking or mood, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, and suicidal thoughts or actions while taking or after stopping Chantix. If you notice any of these, stop taking Chantix and call your doctor right away. Tell your doctor about any history of depression or other mental health problems, which could get worse while taking Chantix. Don't take Chantix if you've had a serious allergic or skin reaction to it. If you develop these, stop taking Chantix and see your doctor right away, as some can be life-threatening. Tell your doctor if you have a history of heart or blood vessel problems, or if you develop new or worse symptoms. Get medical help right away if you have symptoms of a heart attack or stroke. Use caution when driving or operating machinery. Common side effects include nausea, trouble sleeping, and unusual dreams.
It feels wonderful. I don't smoke. I don't smoke.
Ask your doctor if Chantix is right for you.
Both Tylenol and Bare Back and Body are proven to be effective pain relievers. Tylenol works by blocking pain signals to your brain. Bare Back and Body's dual-action formula includes aspirin, which blocks pain at the site. Try the power of bare back and body.
With the Fidelity American Express credit card, every purchase earns you 2% cash back, which is deposited in your Fidelity account.
Is that it?
Actually,
There's no annual fee and no limits on rewards. And with the Fidelity Cash Management Account debit card, you get reimbursed for all ATM fees.
Is that it?
Turn more of the money you spend into money you invest. It's everyday reinvesting for your personal economy.
When you get heartburn, it's too late for Prilosec. It takes at least 24 hours for full effect, but it's never too late for Zantac. Its fast-release acid blockers relieve heartburn in as little as 30 minutes. No pill works faster. When heartburn strikes, try Zantac.
I'm Deb Knapp, live in the K2 control room. Coming up new at 6 o'clock, a local psychic who says her instincts or insights come with money-back guarantee. Watch what happens with the K2 problem solvers go undercover to investigate complaints against her business.
And finally tonight, you're about to meet some little girls whose eyes are filled with stars, no matter that their father-daughter dance is behind bars. Our Steve Osunsami takes us into a room with a lot of regret, but so many dreams.
All of the prisoners at the Richmond City Jail getting ready for their big event admit they made poor choices, especially for their children.
I'm definitely feeling as a parent right now just not being outside of life.
Julian Edwards is serving 4 years for drug distribution. Joey Atkins is awaiting trial for illegal gun possession. And Ronell Glasgow is serving 7 years for selling drugs.
It's my first time ever wearing a suit, honestly.
But they told me that none of it is their daughter's fault.
Oh, those are pretty.
At home, I watched 8-year-old Amaya Thomas getting ready too.
I get to chill and I get to hug him and I get to kiss him.
All right. The sheriff here says he's reminding these men why they need to stay out of jail by inviting these little girls to the city lockup to come dance with their fathers.
They are not hardcore criminals, and they can be very good citizens, and the best way to make a good citizen is to make good fathers.
Dressed up, you forget they're serving hard time until they break down into tears when their daughters come bouncing past the steel doors. The dance only lasted an hour or two, but in this short time, in this small room, these young girls had real moments with their fathers. 7-year-old Ronasia Glasgow tried to explain.
It felt good. It
So you love your dad very much, huh?
Yeah.
You love him this big? This big? Or this big? When he does time, his daughter does time. And he told us he'll never let that happen to her again. Steve Osunsami, ABC News, Richmond, Virginia.
And may those little girls' dreams come true. We thank you for watching. abcnews.com, always here, and I'll see you again tomorrow.
20 seconds till joy.
You know what, guys? I'll be right back. A lot of news out there today. That's some story, isn't it? Mine?
It's George Stephanopoulos. He's also on Sunday mornings.
You guys got any milk?
It's on the door.
Thanks, guys. Okay, let's get to the bottom line of today's story.
That George never stops.
No wonder he likes his coffee.
What would you do if you saw someone take money out of a fountain?
Oh, yeah. Come to Mama.
Because they want to gamble with it.
They're going to give that away to the poor people.
Friday, it's an hour so stunning.
You're stealing.
It will just blow you away.
What would you do?
Friday at 9/8 Central on ABC.